Hola amigos, welcome back to another episode of All the Mods. We're playing on the server, and as I promised, I'm gonna show in this episode the Abyssal Craft dimension, but we're not gonna do a lot of stuff in there because it requires a lot of grinding stuff and also a little better armor that I want to go before I defeat one of the dragons that we can summon in there. We'll spend probably 5 minutes inside the dimension. I just want to show some of the stuff. I finished actually the garden, putting all the crops that I needed, as well as I made these lamps with chisel and beads that I think look very nice with glowstone and bark from this tree in there. Oh, in here a creeper just exploded. This is dark oak wood in here and glowstone. They don't give a lot of light, but they look cool, I think. Anyway, and we have all the trees because I made the market, and as you can notice, there is a very big tower in front of us. That's gonna be well, I'll show you in a second what is all that about. But you can get an idea. On the top is going to be my blood magic altar, and all the rest are actually different rooms for the different stuff we're going to make. One of them is going to be today probably. So yeah, this is the full garden. Let me give you an overview of the garden, how it's looking. I still have to plant a bunch of trees in here, and probably I'm not sure about the altar over there yet, but probably I will put the altar over there. But the thing is that the blood magic is new, and I can't wait to start playing with it because there is also some stuff that you can do, some gardeners, and that will provide a little bit of buff for you. But we'll take a look at that in the blood magic episode. That is probably gonna be in 1 or 2 episode. Okay, so let's go to the dimension. Actually, I need to show you this tower in here because the dimensions I put in there right now. So I move it from downstairs. So let's go to this new place. This I'm gonna have to finish. I'm gonna have to put some windows or stuff like that. This is a very nice elevator, the same as we did before. So I didn't show it how to build that one because you already know. So we have the dimensions, spawners, Abyssal Craft dimension in here. The dimension is here. I will change the name after, but this is RFTool dimensions. The others, actually, let me show you a little bit of each of those. So let's go to dimensions. We'll take the first floor. So we have a nice balcony in here, and if we go in there, you will see dimensions is going to be right there. Now I'm using here the is not enrichment chamber. These are teleporters. Okay, so I can take there and go to the RFTool dimensions that we're going to go in a second. Let me show you this one here, the second floor is going to be the spawners. So that's where the spawners is. I love those teleporters because it make me think of a very cool idea to make a TARDIS. And if you don't know what is a TARDIS, you're not that nerd. Let's go to Abyssal Craft and we'll take that one. This one is a nice balcony over here. So very nice, we're very high. And in here, we'll go to the Abyssal Craft dimension. So this one actually is a teleporter to over there to that place. So we'll take a look. As you can see, we spawn directly, we teleport directly from there to here, where I can do the altar and also go to this dimension. Now, before we take the dimension, actually finish showing you all the rest. So we are the others is almost the middle, the top, I mean, where we have 4 sides in here. So, and we're gonna make one so I can show how to make the teleporters. And the last one is gonna be the blood altar. And the blood altar in here is basically the dimensions that the last blood altar tier have to have. So that's why I built it like that, but of course I haven't finished it yet. All right, let's go to Abyssal Craft, and I'll show you a little bit about that dimension and what you need to do in order to go there. Well, we already know how to build the portal because we did that in 2 episodes ago. Now, of course, if we go to the Abyssal Craft mod in here, the next step will be to actually get the Abyssal Wasteland Necronomicon. So this is the second level of Necronomicon, and so it's another dimension. But in order to get that, you need the book that we already have and this Skin of Abyssal Wasteland. For that, you need Corallium Plague Flesh. That is very nice. We get that from most of the kills that we do in there. And also this Abyssal Wasteland Essence. And as you can see, it doesn't say much about how to get that. But one of the way, of course, the crystallizer we have to use in this, so we can have the chance to get that. But most of the, it doesn't tell you actually that there is something you can make that is called the Staff of Rending. Now, the Staff of Rending, if you take a look at the recipe, is not that hard. We already know how to do that. But if I right-click this on any of the first dimensions, any of the mobs inside there, I will start getting this Abyssal Wasteland energy. As soon as we reach 100, we'll get one of these Abyssal Wasteland Essence, okay? And we need that because there are other stuff that we can craft. We can craft Power Stone Trackers. These Power Stone Trackers actually allow you to find kind of the portal to the end, but in this case will be a fortress that we can get. One of the stuff in here, I don't see it right now. This in here, the Dreadlands Infused Power Stone. So with this is pretty much the same as on the end to find the end portal. Now I know I'm very near. If you throw it away, you will see is the same function as the other one. Now it exploded right there, but I think almost if I advance a little bit more in here in this direction and I throw it, I think we're almost there. So let's, oh man, another one. You see, this time it's going this way. So if I throw it in there, yeah, it's going that way. So I think almost in there is gonna be the what we're looking for. So I'm gonna start digging in there to see if we can find something. I'm gonna try to attract all the mobs right here and grab some of these. This is the material, by the way, that I use to make myself the blocks that I use in the tower. These Abyssal Stone bricks, that they look really, really nice. So I think it was almost here. So I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna start. Most of them won't be able to go up, but I'm just gonna block that in just in case. And I'm gonna put a torch right here. So I'm gonna dig straight down. Now it is a better idea if you go flying like this, because if you, by very bad luck, go into a pool of antimatter, you're dead in 3 seconds. So it's better to go down like this. I'm gonna probably, oh, there you go. We reach already the this fortress here. So I'm gonna try to find the the place where is what we came here to look, actually, and I'll show you. But you can see it's basically the same as the other ones. Oh, there you go. That didn't took too long. Okay, so I'm actually gonna destroy this Should I destroy the spawner? Probably I should probably get it. I don't know why we'll get it, but let's get it actually. There you go. And now let's kill these guys. This one is... There you go. Not that hard. By the way, these kind of anti-zombies or abyssal zombies, they will always attack the other zombies first and then focus on you. Okay. So we got that one. Let's grab it. Yeah, we have it. And this is what we came for. Dreadland Infused Power Stone. So let's pick it up. Alright, now that's one odd rock. Now the uses of these it's not gonna show, but it's part of the ritual to summon actually one of the dragons, the boss dragon in this dimension. I want to focus on RFTool dimension because in the server they've asked me already to start doing one so we can create a mining. Okay. So this is the dimension. So you need to be... I have slowness right now. You need to be prepared to come here. I recommend having a fly, of course. That in there, that water is gonna kill you. It's antimatter, so watch out. And you see there, the problem in this pack is that most of the mobs here, a lot of infernal mobs. But if I grab this Staff of Rending and I start killing this guy, or actually right clicking, look at this guy. Oh my god, there are a lot of guys with the... They are all of them are infernals, my god. Okay, but we can kill all these guys. These ones are the skeleton Goliath. They are very big. These in here are depth ghouls. And let me actually... You see how I'm right-clicking this guy like this. And you will see that we're at 15 right now. Okay, and if I keep right-clicking, now we are at 19. So I have to keep doing that to get one of these essence if I want to craft other stuff. Now, one of the things you can find in here is these big towers. And this big tower have a bunch of glowstone that we can take. And also in the top, if you go to the top, there's a block of diamond, which is really nice because there are a lot of towers in here. As you can see, I already put a mark because I already came to take a look. Those are the same we find in the overworld right there. And there are some... no, right there. There are some places that you can go and you can find some loot in there. Let's see, do I have some kind of... No, I don't. Okay, let's actually take a look in here. We have a chest where we can get this crystallized stuff and other machines. This is gonna be painful because they're gonna attack me, of course. So what I'm gonna do is try to block in here. This corallium stone, you can remove it and you will see there's always a chest below it. So that's very nice. And look at that, we have an Oblivion Catalyst that took us a little time to make, and a little bit more crystal. So very nice. And that's basically it. Okay, so before I start with the dimensions, actually, I was gonna show you the teleporters. This is the recipe for the teleporters. So steel casing, I use the, not the industrial craft, this basic. And the teleporter frames are just these refined obsidian ingots that I just crafted like this. So the recipe you can follow the NAI as always. I'm using right now these in here. Power cells, okay, that you do like this, and these power cell cars that are really easy to make. Now that's how I power, and actually the power cell cars, what I'm doing is that I change, and let's go back into the base for a second. In here, remember the canola I left, I remove everything because we don't need anymore the canola power. And in here I have one power cell. So if we go inside, I can link these two power cell cars to this ID. You'll see we have the same ID, so ID 3. And let's go back. We can go always from here. Well, it's a lot of elevators, so let's go flying. But that's what I want to put right there. So we have already 3 different teleporters. So let's put one in here, although I don't know where it's going to go yet. But we can put, of course, let's put one power cell, because this teleporter needs to be powered. If you go inside, you see there's no power here. But as soon as I put one of these power cell cars, it gets power from my main power source. So we're gonna place the teleporter right here, and then I'm gonna place these teleporter frames right here, like so. Okay, and actually no, we need another one right there. And I think, do I have one there? No. So I need another one right there, right there, right there, and right there. Now this is a complete teleporter. If we right click, you see Philanda and Paint already have one. I'm gonna go private. I have Abyssal dimensions, and spawner. So these I'm gonna put it has I don't know, just test for now. We can set that one to test. And there's no link, it says, so we need to create the other side of these. And for that, let's go to the dimensions for RFTools. So as soon as we step inside, this is the room where I'm gonna put the dimension. And this is basically the same as these. Oh, I forgot actually to put a call for the elevator. So let's go back home. I need to actually add that to my elevator, but it's right here. Is the rooms that I put in here. So if we go downstairs all the way where at the beginning I put these the cursed earth, we have this one here that is the spawners. That's where I want to put, and that's the portal. These are Malice's door, by the way, and this one here is where this room is not finished, of course, so I'm gonna do that off camera, but this is where we're gonna put the all the dimensions. So in the other side, you do exactly the same. You build the whatever you need. You call it a test, for example. You choose the test and you set activate it, and that's gonna link those two together. So that's all you have to do. In here we have a grid that is connected to my main refined storage system. I just put a cable right there coming all the way from here to this other room as well. Okay, so we have access to all system right there, and it's coming from the top of the of our base. All right, I'm gonna put some stuff away like this and this for now. Let's put a chest in here, storage, and I'm gonna throw all this stuff in there. This is all the stuff from this in here. The dimlet parcels are what you get when you kill endermans. So when you right click on them, you get these different units and parts for RFTools that we're not going to use right now because we're not going to have time to demonstrate that in this episode. But let's start by placing, first of all, I'm just going to move everything after, but I'm going to place for now one power cell here. I'm going to say that this is going to be linked to this one, so it's getting power. And actually I forgot to put on the other one here, set all size to send energy. Okay, so now any block that I place near this one, like for example this one, actually let me grab some cables. Let's grab a few cables in here. and I'm gonna place, for example, the dialing device. For now, I'm just gonna place everything like in here. What I just did. Gonna place you there, and something like that. Very basic for now. Actually, we don't need that one. We can place a receiver in here to go to a dimension. That's gonna start getting power from this one. And in here, I do want to place this, of course, just to power other machines. For now, we'll just place it like this. So that's gonna get power. So this is, we don't really need this because we already have receiver and transmitter over there in our base. Okay, this is just gonna be for testing, and we're gonna use it to go to any dimension. So test 1, and we're gonna put it private, this one, just for testing. And this is gonna be test 2, private. And what I'm gonna do is just link it to this advanced charger porter, this receiver. So shift right click on that one. You have no access to this receiver. Really? What do you mean no access? I just put it. Okay, let's put it public then. Okay, and we'll go shift right click and receive it, add it in here. Okay, so I can set it to here if I want to. But there's no need, just to demonstrate that. Now, let's craft a few stuff that we're gonna need. We'll put this away because we're not gonna use it right now. So let's go to RFTools. And we'll start by crafting some of the machines that we're gonna need. The dimensions inscriber. So we're gonna need a few of these. Let's go with the dimensions inscriber, the dimensions builder. The dimension editor, I'm gonna craft it, but I don't think I will demonstrate that because, well, we're not gonna have time, but probably we'll talk about that after. So let's put all the machines in here for now. This one and this one, so they start getting power. This is what's gonna build our stuff in there. This is where we're gonna build this in here, the dimension tab, and this is the dimensions editor. Okay, so we're gonna need one of those as well. Where is it? Right here. Okay, this is an empty dimension tab. You can build, of course, the RFTool dimension manual. Very nice. I'm gonna just you can follow here everything you need to know about that, but I'm gonna just put it here right now. There are a few dimlets that you can craft actually, but I always like to generate the first dimension at random and see what we get. But you can craft, for example, effect none. Let's actually generate one dimension. So we'll put this in here. This is the dimension inscriber. We'll put this one in here. I'm gonna say store dimlets in an empty dimension tab. We'll call it this world 1 and store. And now we have a one dimension. It's called world 1, dimension progress 0, because we haven't created dimension. So we go to the dimension builder. We put that in there, and that's going to create the dimension. The cost is 1000 RF fatigue for creation, and maintenance cost is going to be 10 RF fatigue. I'm just going to remove it from now because I don't want to get more power to this dimension. This is probably going to be a testing. If it is a good one, we can put it there, but for now I'm just going to take it with me. What I do want to do actually is probably recharge this in here. I don't know, can I charge it here? Yes, I can, just in case. I don't know how much it's going to cost to come back from that dimension. That's why I'm not gonna grab myself any dialing device or matter transmitter to go to that dimension, but because we always can use this in here. Okay, and okay, so this is the dimension. You see is the current power is going down, of course. That's the maintenance cost that we already saw, is 10 RF a tick. And what we need to do right now is just dial that dimension. So from test 2, that is where we are, we're going to go to world 1. So we're going to say dial once, and we'll check it out and see what we get, and let's hope it's a good one. And let's see. Now, while we're going, actually, let me show you. With the ore miner that we have, the void ore miner, we have dimensional shards from there. So we don't really need to go there to get these right now. But if you don't have any, what's good about these is that you can craft this in here, dimensional shards from this ore. And you can infuse the machines. For example, I can infuse the dimension builder. You can see in each machine it says infuse 0%. You see some of the machine 0. Even this one here, the dialing device. One of the things that you need to make is the infuser itself. That is the machine infuser. And you need these shards in order to make that machine. And then it's better to infuse the same machine as well. Although I think they remove it. I don't see any infusing. Yeah, I think they removed to infuse that one. All right, let's jump to that dimension and see what we get. And another thing that we can get on those dimensions is actually dimlets. So we can go there. Oh, this is the dark dimension. Luckily, we can fly. Let's see. I should have made actually something to see better. But first thing I'm going to do, of course, is mark. Well, actually, we don't need to mark anything because we're not going to use these to go back home. Okay, so we don't actually need any of these. So let's take a look and see if we can get an idea of what is this? What material is this? Polish andesite. I wonder if it's like that all over. We're level 136, so this is all Polish andesite, I think. Nope. Okay, we reach a little bit of gravel in here as well. But yeah, interesting world. But I think there is no ore. What is that? Alabaster. Okay, I don't think we'll find not a good place to mine this first dimension that we created. But let's just check a little bit, see what else we can find. Somebody shooting at me. This is no. But not much to see in this dimension. Okay, so this is not a very good dimension and my time is up, but let's finish a little bit here. Okay, I'm gonna just change that to test 1 for now, set to that one, and let's teleport away from here. So that one wasn't really good. So what I'm gonna do is actually come back here, put that dimension in here and say extract, okay? Now, if I store this, let's say I call this dimension world 2 and I store it, it's gonna get the same ID. So what I need actually to test another unique dimension without using dimlets is let's go to RFTools. I need a digit dimlet. Okay, so let's craft one of these. There you go. We have a digit dimlet. So if I go in here and I use this digit dimlet, remember the ID in this one is ID 2 or 1. Okay. So if we go here and I'm gonna call this world 2, I'm gonna store this. We have in here, let's create this dimension. You see it's generating again, creating the dimension again. This one is ID 3. So the good thing about this one is that it's gonna be a different dimension than this one here. So we're gonna call that dimension dial once, and let's jump and see if we have better luck. I hope it's not also another flat world. Oh no, this looks a little bit better. What the hell are you? Zombies? Like mummies. That's so weird. Okay. What is that? Mummy wrap leggings. Okay, so this seems to be a dimension that is always night as well. Like the one before. Let's see if we can sleep, although there are so many mobs that I don't think we'll be able to sleep. Let's go probably here and see if we can sleep on this dimension. Sometimes you can. Sometimes... Oh, there you go. We can. Okay, very cool. Very weird dimension so far. We have to pay attention that the world don't collapse, but we have a lot of RF in there. So what we want to do is test, see if what kind of ground we have. So we are level 63, so I don't think we're going to find a lot in here. But yeah, I see ores at least. So what we want is not only ores, we want actually to find some shards. So that's going to be nice to find. Normally at levels a little bit lower, probably around 30. So let's see if we can find any shards. Alright guys, so we are in the same world. I found this underground cave, and that's the first piece of dimensional shard that we get in here. Very nice. We got the achievement, Exotic Miner. Too bad there's nothing else. Okay, but that's one of the things that we come here to actually make. And I'm gonna go upstairs and see if we can find some of the structures that you can find in all the RFTool dimensions as well. There you go. That's one of the places you can find in all these. I'm just gonna go from the top. Alright, so you can find in all of these. What are you doing here? In all this, you're gonna find some kind of chest with these dimlets. Very nice. And this is the first mob dimlet skeleton. Okay, we're gonna grab that one. And in here also we're gonna find some of these item frames with more dimlets, material dimlets, dirt, lakes, and prismarine. Actually, this is a good one. Okay, so that's basically it on this dimension. This is not a bad dimension for mining, so I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna save this Relics dimension ID 3 because probably we could use that. What is this? This is sand. This is probably quicksand. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Yeah, this is some kind of sand. I'm not sure. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna spend a little bit in here so I can grab a lot more dimlets and some other stuff in here, and probably in the next episode. This is so weird, the cycles, it goes so fast. Probably in the next episode, what we're gonna do is build a very nice dimension using all the dimlets, so we can take a look at how to build one and how to get actually some of the dimlets that you don't have, how to create them. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.